Recently, Columbus City councilors, executive management, and department heads participated in an economic development tour highlighting community development projects from local investors. These projects were created by a recent TAD adopted by Columbus mayor and council. TAD is the acronym for a tax allocation district, which has spawned growth in 12 districts across Columbus. Investors are hoping that this growth will surely be a great return on their investment.
It's really to provide this information to City Council to make sure they're aware of all the development that we have going on throughout our community with all of the local developers that are investing millions of dollars in Columbus.
One of the stops was Midlands Commons, which consists of construction for a new public superstore and a plethora of office space for businesses and boutiques, along with an amphitheater for outside entertainment with valet parking and spacious 1, 2, and 3 bedroom loft apartments.
Flournoy and Chris and Marty Flournoy, Chris and Jack Wright chose to build this in Columbus, Georgia. They built in several states. They could have gone anywhere, but they chose to stay here. And it is improving the quality of life in Columbus. The mayor's happy about it, the city manager's happy about it, the staff, and it's just been a joy to work with them.
This particular project, Greystone Point, is our most recent project, and it is the first development that we've done in Columbus in a few years. One of the reasons I'm really excited about this project is it's 57 acres, 260 multifamily units, walking distance to a grammar school, middle school, high school.
We're here with developer Chris Woodruff to talk about MidCity Yards and some of the other development that's going on in this area of our community. And again, we thank all of our local developers who have invested in our community and continue to invest in what we call our home in Columbus. So I'll turn it over to Chris.
Thank you all for allowing me to be here today with you guys. I appreciate what you're doing. It's imperative that our leadership understands what's happening on a daily basis with the development of our city. Because Columbus is an incredible city, and it's only going to get better. One of the ways that my company, the Cotton Companies, tries to help grow this city is by removing blight. And today, right now, we're standing in what we call MidCity Yards. And we've named this area Mid-City because it's between Midtown, between Uptown. It's the mid part of the city. Well, this was actually the forgotten part of the city for about 20 years. And the most that you would see in this parking lot 20 years ago were drug deals and other bad things going on. This whole area was blighted. Now, with the adaptive reuse of the mill behind us into apartments, that was a big help. But still, there was too much vacancy. So our company came in, we bought up as much as we could, and we tried to create a critical mass of people and bringing in new things and new products. And by doing that, we started with Fetch Park over here to my right. Fetch Park was a venture that we brought to Columbus from Atlanta. And as soon as we put this park here and we put these lights up and we activated the parking lots, we had several calls from some of our friends in the police force, and their comment was, you would be surprised at how few calls we're getting now from that area. And so that's part of the point. That's the whole reason we're doing this. And we're also trying to bring as much new activity as we can to Columbus and new blood into Columbus.
We're on our next stop of our economic development tour. We are down on Front Avenue and 14th Street. We're here with Pace Halter, and he'll talk about what's going on in this area of our community. Again, this is just another stop in one of the great developments that we've seen in Columbus that's happening now. A lot of local individuals, local companies investing in Columbus. So we're here to let Pace Halter talk about what's going on in this area of our community.
Great, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me. Welcome to Riverside Place. So that encompasses everything that you see behind me, 7.5 acres, home to the Rapids, to the Matthews D. Swift Park, to Indigo, and soon to be Synovus's corporate headquarters, and the Currents, which is a second multifamily project across from the Rapids. Again, we sit on about 7.5 acres. When we're done, it will be roughly 1.6 million square feet of space. represent an investment of about $265 million. And again, we'll have retail, multifamily, office, and hospitality with Hotel Indigo.
We are here with Jason Gamache at PTAP. He also is a local developer in real estate, has a lot of projects going on in the Uptown area, and so we'll hear from Jason.
When I came down here, it was really hard to invest in commercial real estate because I'm just a dude that sells rims and tires and changes oil and things like that. I didn't have a lot of the relationships with people to get into commercial real estate. So I started buying a bunch of homes in the historic district and finding some really cool people that work in industry in Uptown, which is it's getting kind of tough nowadays because you've got so many of these homes that are going up in value, and so it's kind of created an awkward situation for servers and receptionists and different people that want to stay within walking and bike ride distance, which is the beauty of Uptown. It's getting harder for them to stay down here. So I've been able to maintain, rental rates and keep a lot of those service industry people within this area. I've been blessed to be able to be a part of a lot of people's passions and dreams of their small businesses. I feel like that is, now I've been blessed to be successful in my business, and so I want to give that same gift back to be able to mentor and help any other small business owner, whether they're my tenant or not.
The last stop was the construction and refacing of the Snovus building, which will be the new city hall for the Columbus Consolidated Government.
311 in this building. On the second floor of this building is IT, workforce investment, and Parks and Rec, their administrative offices. And then one of the buildings on Broadway is the HR building, so that's where their administrative offices will be, as well as the Learning Center with the big training rooms and all. And then the other building, currently the only tenant in it will be the Health and Wellness Center. So we're moving the Health and Wellness Center. Y'all approved a lease today for that space. As that lease expires, and even before that, they'll be moving.
Reporting for CCG TV News Watch, I'm Michael King.